everyone, welcome back to our channel. Happy Wednesday. So for today's video, what are we gonna do?
We're going to tell you how to make a baby.
hindi po yun. Pasa ko. We're going to share to you our best practices, how we were able to conceive easily. Pero syempre, these are just based on our experiences. We are sharing this to you so that you could gain some information na pwede ninyong magamit, lalo na dun sa mga viewers natin na medyo nahihirapan mag-conceive. You might take into consideration na pwede ninyong i-apply as a couple sa inyong buhay.
If you want to make a baby, you have to be doing a lot of banging. Because banging is how babies are made. And if you're having trouble making a baby, you should do more banging. And if you're banging as much as you can and you're not making a baby, then you should stop banging and then bang again. And then and go a little while between banging and see if that helps. And then but still do that a lot. And then if that's not working, go back to banging a lot and all the time. Whichever one of you wants to bang more, then you should be the one who decides how much you are banging. And the one who wants to bang less, you have to do what the other one says because you are wrong. Whichever one wants to bang more, that is the one who is correct. And except for if you're banging too much and it's not working, then you gotta ease off the pedal, slow it down, and give longer interval between banging because you have to be accumulating your fluids. Because if you don't have any, if your fluids are empty, then that's not going to work either. But sometimes I don't think there's anything you can do for a lot of people because it seems like pretty obvious. But what I think is obvious is that you just got to bang a lot. And if you're having trouble, you're probably not banging enough. And then it should be fun. I don't know, it should happen. And don't give up. It could take a really long time. So maybe if you think that it's not happening, maybe you just got to keep going and don't give up because it could be next month or it could be the month after. But you got to be banging a lot or it's never going to happen. But for some people, it's easy. Like Michelle had low mileage when I found her. And so she was extra fertile because she had low mileage. If you find a woman who's got high mileage, then I think the fertility of high mileage women is less than the fertility of low mileage. I think low mileage women have high fertility and high mileage women have low fertility. So if you're a high mileage woman, you're going to have to try extra hard and also be more patient because it's going to take longer. But if you're a low mileage woman, you should not be having any problems. But you could have
Doesn't apply to everyone.
You could have problems, health. You could have something about your body that you don't know about. You could have, some kind of hidden problem, some secret problem you're unaware of. And the guy could be shooting blanks, there's no way to know unless you go get tested and find out, but which you might as well, because a lot of people have to go get tested and find out, and some of them are shooting blanks. And so then the women will know, well, if the guy's not shooting blanks, then because until you get the test to figure out the sperm count, then you don't know if that's a problem. So you're trying to eliminate that from the situation or to find out if
What you're trying to say is that if you've been trying so hard and if it's still not working, it is best to see a doctor so that you would know what's going on within your body. So yun, importante yun, have yourself checked Lalo na kung matagal na kayo nagtatry and then hindi pa rin talaga siya nag-work. It's very important na malaman ninyo kung ano ba talaga yung problema. Kasi minsan, di ba, pag hindi tayo nagpa-check and try lang ng try, hindi natin agad masusolusyonan yung problema. Ako, before ko na-meet si Mister, regular ako nagpapacheck sa aking OB and according to my OB, okay na okay siya. So wala akong problema when it comes to fertility. Kahit na medyo maedad na ako. And don't pressure yourselves because if you will keep pressuring yourselves, you're gonna be under a lot of pressure. And if you are under a lot of pressure, it will be difficult for you to feel relaxed and to enjoy everything with your partner. And I think that would affect your capability to make a baby. So napaka-importante na i-enjoy nyo lang yung isa't isa as a couple.
Don't give him the opportunity to be aroused without you. He should always be aroused with you and then banging you. Whatever, I gotta go to the kitchen.
Lumipat kami dito sa kitchen dahil si Mister ay nagluluto. Love, what are you making?
I'm just making sausage to add it to the caldereta because there was not enough beef in the caldereta.
Ay, so dinadagdag lang niya yung sausage. Ano yun gawain? Homemade sausage yun na gawa ng aking father-in-law. Is that the one plus that ay elk, made of elk siya. So going back, ayun nga, don't pressure yourselves. So another thing that we would advise you as a couple and the things that we are doing as a couple that we are applying in our lives is don't compare yourselves to others.
Well, comparison is the thief of joy. But I mean, it's not going to change anything if you are comparing yourself to other people or if you're not comparing yourself to other people. The only difference is you're going to make yourself miserable because it's not going to make any difference what somebody else did. You're trying to think about what you were doing. So it has nothing to do with whoever else did whatever else.
But basically, that's what they're going to compare themselves to us.
No, because you're not comparing yourselves to us here because we're just telling you that you got to be banging all the time. Don't let the guy be jacking off without you. And then get the guy's stuff checked to make sure he's not shooting blanks. And that's not a comparison.
And it's just that the guy, I mean, both of you should, get checked if ever that you've been exerting a lot of effort and still nothing is happening. But again, it depends on you as a couple. Because there are some, especially I think for the guys, they are very skeptical about having themselves check. I don't know why. Because maybe it's pride or something. What can you say about that?
It's because they're lazy and they don't want to go to some annoying office. That's why I didn't want to get checked. I really don't care. But at some point, I got checked because it came up. It was a thing the first time I was trying to make a baby. So I went and got checked because the woman wanted me to go and get checked. I didn't want to because I was lazy and it's annoying. But whatever.
But katulad nga ng sinabi ko, it depends pa rin sa inyo as a couple. It's very important na mag-usap kayong dalawa kung ano ba sa tingin nyo yung makakabuti para sa inyo as a couple and kung gaano ba kalakas yung urge ninyo na magkaroon na ng baby. And I think this is the most important thing. If wala na talagang nangyayari sa lahat ng effort ninyo, it's very important to pray. Kasi yun na lang di ba? Yun na lang talaga yung malalapitan ninyo para baka sakali is ibigay sa inyo yung hinihingi ninyo, which is baby.
Well, it's not going to make anything less good. So praying is, everybody prays if they want to. So it might help. Nobody knows if it helps or doesn't help. It seems like praying helps more than it does not help because most people have anecdotal evidence that prayer is beneficial. So based on anecdotal evidence, prayer is beneficial, so you should.
And I guess the last thing,
You gotta have faith. Everything happens for a reason, and what is meant for you cannot miss you. If you're meant to have babies, then have babies. And if you're not meant to have babies, well, you're going to find out the hard way. So,
What advice can you give them if really, they've done all of these things and then still nothing happened? Because, we have to accept that not all of us couples have the capability or, lucky to have a child. So, what can you advise to those people who've tried so hard and they think there's no hope anymore?
not everybody can have the life that they want to have. I've written 15 novels and never sold any novels, never had any success with novels. And it's been a tremendous failure, and it's been more work than you can possibly even imagine. And, I've learned to accept that my life is to be a truck driver and a father, but not a famous, rich novelist like I was expecting. But, I just keep going. And as long as, you haven't, for women, after you go through menopause, you got to give up. But until you get to the point where you do not have to give up, then you do not have to give up. Okay, so that's our tips and tricks for getting pregnant. We hope that everybody who's trying to get pregnant has lots of success, and then successful pregnancy and long, happy life of the baby. And we will see you again soon.
Thank you for watching and see you again next time. Bye.